For real? For real?
Yes!
Yeah, that's kind of what it says. Yeah, the Kamoshida is I know that the Da is that Ricefield character, and part of his name means duck, which I'm not really entirely sure of the significance of that.
Yeah.
But I do know that, like, the Japanese word for duck is sometimes used to mean mark or sucker, and I guess since he's the first mark of the Phantom Thieves, I suppose that fits. Anyway, welcome to the training hall. It's basically just another underground prison.
Whoa! Damn it! This is bullshit!
How many times do I have to tell you to keep your voice down?
But this is beyond messed up! How do I open this?
Stop it! Leave us alone. It's useless.
Huh?
If we stay obedient, we won't be executed like you guys.
You're telling me you want to stay in a place like this?
Wait a minute. Were you planning on taking these guys out of here?
We can't just leave them here.
How stupid can you be?
What?
You keep saying that, but you're not really giving us much context.
These are only humans in Kamoshida's cognition. They aren't real humans that have entered from reality. They're different from you two.
Cognition?
It means there's no point in saving them. They're different from the real ones in the real world. You could say that these are extremely similar looking dolls.
Or you could say they're figments of Kamoshida's imagination, but collecting them isn't going to increase our Psychonauts rank.
The hell? Why's it gotta be so complicated? So the school's a castle and the students are slaves. It's so on point that it makes me laugh. This really is the inside of that asshole's head.
Still, this is horrible. It must mean he treats them as slaves in the real world too.
It also means that all of those things they were saying about not being executed if they just stay obedient, that's Kamoshida putting words in their mouths. That's what he wants the students to think.
In the real world too? Wait, I know these guys. They're members of the volleyball team, the one Kamoshida coaches for.
They must be physically abused every day. There's no way they'd be so beat up normally.
Don't tell me they're going through similar shit in reality?
Most likely. I mean, this proves that Kamoshida thinks of them as slaves.
So it might be for real. I heard that Kamoshida's using physical punishment. They're just rumors, but...
We did see a student with a very heavily bruised face. Maybe he's one of them.
if they're true, wouldn't this be something to report to the police? I'll use these guys as evidence. If it all goes well, we can take down that asshole Kamoshida.
Okay, there's a slight flaw in that plan.
Huh? It's not working. We can use the navigation app, but the camera's a no-go?
A navigation app?
That's what we used to come here. What about yours?
Yeah, looks like only the creepy eye app works in here.
Whatever you do is fine, but we're gonna get caught if we stand around like this. We need to head back.
Hang on a sec. There's no other way. I'll just memorize their faces before going home.
Well, I hope we can count on your
Let's go.
memory. 'Cause we need this as evidence.
Damn it.
I've had tough gym teachers, but obviously nothing like this.
Hey!
And I mean, of course, this guy's okay with it because he's just a figment of Kamoshida's imagination. And this right here, I feel, is a little over the top, but sometimes
Come on,
with,
man.
you know, satire and making a point, you have to do things like this.
What are your thoughts?
This is another case where I don't want to make any assumptions or, you know, speak for other people, but I do... I have heard that physical punishment, especially from teachers, is definitely more common in Japan than it is in a lot of Western countries. Like, many Western countries phased out corporal punishment for students a while ago, but
What?
I think it is still done in Japan quite a bit. Like, again, please don't, you know, take my word for it or anything, but it is just something I've heard, and I feel like this is definitely commenting on all of that. Have we spoken to everyone in here?
Yes!
Yes, we have.
Let's go!
Oh, they've realized that we took out their flowers.
Oh, man. This way!
Oh, but I wanted to get more experience. Yeah, you're conveniently taken all the way over here.
You knaves again?
Okay, this time he did remember to guard the front entrance. I'll give you this one, Kamoshida.
To think you'd make the same mistake again. You're hopeless.
The school ain't your castle! I've memorized their faces real good. You're going down!
Okay, Ryuji, please don't admit that you're, like, the only one who has that knowledge, because that just gives him more of an excuse to kill you.
It seems it's true when they say barking dogs seldom bite. How far the star runner of the track team has fallen.
What the hell are you getting at?
I speak of the track traitor, who acted in violence, ending his teammates' dreams. Oh, I can only imagine the pain of the others who were dragged under with your selfish act. What a surprise. So you're accompanying him without knowing anything at all. He betrayed his teammates and crushed their hopes. Yet he still carries on as carefree as ever.
That's not true!
What a tragedy. You blindly trusted this fool, and he's led you right to your death. Hurry up and dispose of them. I can't stand their stench.
God damn it.
Ryuji, move!
Well, he's stepped up his forces since before.
We're surrounded.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you because King Kamoshida told us! I'll kill because that's what he wants!
Nobody in here has any free will, do they? So, right here, we're in a surrounded battle. When you're surrounded, in Royal, you spend your first turn guarding automatically, which is good because in the original game, being surrounded was basically a death sentence. This happens if the enemy gets an ambush on you. Another problem with being surrounded is that you actually can't run. Yeah. You also can't use an all-out attack, even if you do down all the enemies. There are certain abilities that only trigger while you're surrounded, but we don't have any of those right now. Let's see, how do you like wind? Okay.
There's more of them? This is bad.
Well, I guess I just made them angry.
Can't be.
Oh! Oh! You piece of...
Kamoshida doesn't play fair. He knew that there was from that much damage, that there was a chance we'd win that battle, so instead he initiated forced loss override.
I bet you simply came here on a whim and ended up like this, isn't that right?
No, we came here to take you down.
No!
What a worthless piece of trash, getting emotional so quickly. How dare you raise your hand at me? Though it was only temporary, have you forgotten my kindness in supervising track practice?
It wasn't no practice, it was physical abuse! You just didn't like our team!
It was nothing but an eyesore. The only one who needs to achieve results is me.
So you coach the team just to sabotage it.
That coach who got fired was hopeless too.
I'm sure you had absolutely nothing to do with that guy being fired.
Had he not opposed me with a sound argument, I would have settled it with only breaking his star's leg.
Wait, what?
What?
Do you need me to deal with your other leg too? The school will call it self-defense anyway.
You broke a student's leg, and the school covered it up by calling it self-defense.
Damn it. Am I gonna lose again?
But now, it's a reversal. Before, Ryuji was in danger, and we were the only ones who could save him. But now...
Not only can I not run anymore, the track team is gone too because of this asshole!
Now you're our only hope.
So that's why.
Once these two are dealt with, you're next.
Ryuji!
You're right. Everything that was important to me was taken by him. I'll never get him back.
Stay there and watch. Look on as these hopeless scum die for nothing because they sided with trash like you.
Very poor choice of words.
No, that's what you are. All you think about is using people. You're the real scumbag, Kamoshida!
What are you doing? Silence him!
Stop looking down on me with that stupid smile on your face!
You made me wait quite a while. You seek power, correct? Then let us form a pact. Since your name has been disgraced already, why not hoist the flag and wreak havoc? The other you who exists within desires it thus. I am thou, thou art I. There is no turning back. The skull of rebellion is your flag henceforth!
What can you do? Cower in fear and watch!
This one's well. Right on. What's up, Persona? This effing rocks! Now that I got this power, it's time for payback! Yo, I'm ready. Bring it!
Don't mock me, you brat!
Blast him away, Captain Kid!
What troublemakers that bother King Kamoshida with trifle matters?
Kamoshida's cognition ain't changing, right? Then I'll act like the troublemaker I am. Let's do this, Captain Kid!
Reinforcements, huh? Well, let me take a guess what you guys are weak to.
Captain Kid!
The enemy's down!
Flip him, Persona! Let's go, Captain!
The enemy's down!
Ah! Persona!
Okay, now they're down.
You're mine.
No one knew that they didn't resist Garu from earlier. And there's that damage boost against downed enemies going.
What persona?
What was that? Focus!
Persona! There.
Okay, this guy resists Curse. I think I can probably afford to take one more hit on Ryuji, so I'm not going to heal just yet. I believe this guy resists physical and guns, so I'm not going for him with,
Something else.
Actually, you know what? Let me just try the gun anyway. Yes, he resists guns. Should only take one more hit, though. There we go.
I am a loyal subject of the glorious King Kamoshida. So why have I lost?
This really isn't the time, but this guy really sounds like Matthew Mercer.
It just proves that Kamoshida ain't anything special.
Every good band of thieves needs the big, strong guy. And that's Ryuji's role in the Phantom Thieves, and he fills that very, very well. He doesn't have the highest strength stat of the party, but he makes up for that by having the highest endurance and HP. This is great because it means he'll generally always be able to pay for his physical skills. Speaking of which, he learns a lot of those. Single target, multi-target, and ailment inflicting, though only early on. Headbutt and Memory Blow have a chance of inflicting Forget, which makes the enemy unable to use skills. It's not the best ailment, and Ryuji is not the most reliable ailment user in the game, so this is another one of those cases where it's nice when it happens, but don't count on it. His other physical skills are basically just bigger and better versions of single and multi-target ones, but I do want to draw attention to Swift Strike because this skill was incredibly overpowered in the vanilla game, but got nerfed pretty hard in Royal. It used to be 3 to 4 hits of light physical damage, which was actually ridiculous. It's now 2 to 4 hits of minuscule physical damage, the equivalent of Morgana's Lucky Punch. Nowhere near as good, but even with that nerf, Ryuji is still one of the best party members. Mostly due to gaining Mataru Kaja, buffing the entire party's attack, excellent in boss fights and pretty much anywhere, and Charge to boost the damage of his next physical attack by 2.5 times. He's the only party member to learn Charge naturally, which already gives him an amazing niche. For his elemental skills, Ryuji uses the Zeo line of electricity spells. I kind of wish they'd give this element to a primary magic user in a Persona game for once, but I'm not complaining here because Zeo is arguably the best element for a physical attacker, since all Zeo's skills have a chance of inflicting the shock ailment. Enemies that are shocked take technical damage from all physical and gun skills. Early in the game, this lets Ryuji hit even harder, and later this provides a reliable source of 1-mores, even against enemies without weaknesses. Even though it's random, there are ways to raise its chances and make it more reliable. The first is Shock Boost. I highly recommend keeping this skill once Ryuji learns it. The other is the trait of a party member who joins a little bit later. Once they do, Ryuji makes an excellent teammate for them. Now, Ryuji has a low magic stat and only learns Elec Boost and not both Boost and Amp, although he does have an exclusive weapon that gives him the Elec Amp effect. Still, his Zeo skills will never be good for damage, they're mainly for knockdowns and shock. The only other skill I haven't got over yet is Adverse Resolve, which raises critical rate while you're surrounded. It's okay, but it's too situational to be useful, and the drawbacks of deliberately getting ambushed far outweigh the benefits of having a slightly better crit rate on Ryuji, especially since his luck isn't great and all of his physical skills don't have high critical rates anyway. Overall, Ryuji was considered one of the best party members in the vanilla game, and even though he didn't change much in Royal minus Swift Strike getting nerfed, the indirect buffs he got via technical damage and shock being more reliable means he's even better in this version. Traits don't unlock until the start of the second dungeon, but I'm listing Ryuji's trait here for completeness, and I'll just say it is arguably the best party member trait in the game. It's a roughly 20% activation rate, and when it does, it increases the power of any physical attack by 40%. It also works on himself. Unlike Arsene and Zoro, Ryuji's persona is based on a real person, albeit one who's the subject of many myths and legends. William Kidd was a Scottish privateer, essentially a pirate on the government's payroll, hired to attack enemy ships during wartime. Kidd was once a member of a French-English pirate crew, until he and his crew mutinied, ousted the captain, and renamed the ship the Blessed William. He got up to many adventures and misadventures over the course of his career, and all sources agree he was eventually captured by England for piracy, though why, that's disputed. Some say he may have attacked some ships that England wasn't actually at war with and so crossed the line into unsanctioned piracy, while others say the reasons for his arrest were primarily political. Most of those who employed him were politicians of the Whig Party. So when the rival Tories came to power, they used him to discredit their opponents. Kidd never named his employers during his trial, hoping they would reward his loyalty by bailing him out. Instead, they threw him under the bus and may have tampered with the trial to ensure he was convicted. And so he was hanged and gibbeted over the River Thames for 3 years as a warning to all future pirates.
How about that?
Whoa. So Ryuji had the potential too.
That's 3 of us, and you're alone in terms of guards.
Even if you apologize now, I ain't forgiving you.
I told you that this is my castle. It seems you still don't understand.
What? Takamaki?
Oh! What a meowvelous and beautiful girl!
What's going on? Yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah, you think the fact that she's wearing a bikini and throwing herself at him is, like, not weird at all?
But why is she even here? Hey! Let go of her, you perv!
How many times must I tell you until you understand? This is my castle, a place in which I can do whatever I want. Everyone wishes to be loved by me. That is, everyone besides slow-witted thieves like you.
Takamaki, say something!
Calm down, Ryuji. It seems that girl isn't the real one. She's the same as those slaves. A being made from Kamoshida's cognition of her.
And if that's true, that means he's even worse than we thought.
Are you jealous? Well, I'm not surprised. Women aren't drawn to problematic punks like you.
Damn it!
Clean them up this instant!
We're outnumbered. Let's scram before we get surrounded.
Yeah, that's pretty much our cue to leave.
We're not gonna do anything and just run?
Thank God you've got a level head.
Fine. We'll expose what you really are no matter what. You better be ready for us.
I was beginning to get bored of torturing the ones here. Come at me whenever you want, if you don't care about your life.
Ignore him. Let's go!
Well, is this you a challenge?
Anyways, I don't remember changing into this. Should I be happy about that? Then again, it ain't as bad as yours.
Funny thing is that when I first saw Ryuji's outfit before his persona was revealed, I always thought his persona was going to be Hellbiker.
What's going on? I'm completely lost, man.
I told you before, when a Persona user opposes a palace's ruler and becomes a threat to them, this happens. It's to prevent you from being affected by distortions.
Yeah, because before that, Kamoshida could have just thought you don't exist and you just disappear. So it's a good thing he's gained this armor of the heart now.
Is this a skull?
Your appearance reflects your inner self. It's the rebel that slumbers within, not that you'll get it.
Nope.
Then stop asking questions and accept what you see for what it is.
Easy for you to say. Wait, we're in deep shit!
I said to be quiet!
We might have gotten away here, but we're still screwed with Kamoshida at the real school.
That's quite sharp of you. For being an idiot, relax. The Kamoshida in reality can't possibly know about what happens here. A shadow is the true self that is suppressed. A side of one's personality they don't want to see.
So, we're okay?
This is interesting because I love the way that shadows are used so differently compared to Persona 4. Back in those games, they were the suppressed sides of teenagers who just had insecurities, and they were still dangerous when rejected, but here we see what the shadow of an actual criminal looks like. Because, in Jungian terms, the shadow is just the part of yourself you don't want society to see, and in this case, these are the aspects of Kamoshida that aren't so much what he denies, but are more just the things that he can't show in public because he'd be arrested if he did.
Did the Kamoshida in reality remember about the execution? There you have it.
But yeah, the good news is that what a person's shadow self is aware of is not what their real world self is aware of.
Alright, now that we know that, all we gotta do is...
But also, Ryuji just accepted his own shadow without realizing it, which actually makes him stronger than most of the cast of Persona 4.
Wait, I guided you as promised. It's your turn to cooperate with me. That's why I was super nice about teaching you idiots everything.
Huh? Cooperate?
Don't you remember? I originally came here for an investigation. I need to erase the distortion from my body and regain my real form. That's why we must delve deep into mementos and...
Okay, what the heck is mementos?
Whoa, hold up. What are you going on and on about? We never said anything about helping you out.
Huh? Don't tell me. Are you not going to repay the hospitality I showed you? Especially you! You're going to up and leave, even though you're already part of my master plan?
Well, you got nothing on us. There's nothing to stop us from just running.
What? The nerve! Is it because I'm not human? Because I'm like a cat? Is that why you're making a fool of me?
We're busy. Thanks for everything, Cat. You've got guts being a cat and all. See you around.
Hey! What the hell? Oh, seriously? Why are you wrapping this up like everything's all hunky-dory? Oh, hell no! Get back here!
Sorry, can't hear you. Real world now.